Embarrassing. 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 As I say that, they upload, they give the full highlights there. Embarrassing. 4-1. 4-1. Losing 4-1 to Mickey Mouse FC at the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is embarrassing. It is a disgrace. Did I mention that it was embarrassing? Here were the last head-to-head games between Spurs and Arsenal. Obviously, this one hasn't been updated yet and so on and so forth. But again, looking back at last year, obviously Spurs lost 2-1 in January. Then they lost 1-0 in September. Again, this was under Ange. Ange, who was really hectic, had some very wild out there philosophies. But at the very least, at least you only lost by 1 goal here. That's not terrible, especially in Arsenal's form at that time. Now, you've come here today. You've played some of the most disgusting, fugazi, diabolical, haram, terrorism ball I have ever seen, and you still got clapped 4-1. C'est une dinguerie de jouer comme ça. It is comical to go and play defensive, to go and bank on the fact that you're going to be solid defensively, and still get clapped 4-1. ¿Y qué fue? ¿Y qué fue? C'est quoi ce bazar? What do you mean you've gone and you've come and played? Look at this lineup. Look at this lineup from Spurs. Romero, Van der Ven, Donzel, Rafinha, Bentancur, You had 6 defensive players and you still conceded 4. Oh my god. This team had me so pissed. Mid-game, I said, if 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙐 scored a hat-trick, first and foremost, I said that if we conceded 3, I'm putting on the shirt. Because under this, you guys can't see, but I've got the Spurs kit. This is a Spurs kit that I went and bought at the stadium when we won the Europa League. But at 3-0, I could no longer consider myself, I can't be seeing myself associated with this team. And then I said, if 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝘖 scored a hat-trick, I would go mute. And ladies and gentlemen, Wendy scores third goal. Scored his third goal in 76th minute. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys were on stream, I was mute for the rest of the game. From the 76th minute onwards, I stayed silent. I communicated via text only. I went on, opened the notes app, and started typing. That was the only form of communication. How are we conceding 4 goals to Mickey Mouse FC? And the worst bit is, they're all from open play. At least if we scored. At least if we conceded. And there were fugazi set plays. It doesn't make it much better, but okay. It continues the moniker of set piece FC. But no, every single one of these goals came from open play. We made this Arsenal team look like prime Pep Barca. What? And mind you, we were the defensive ones. We were. This is embarrassing. And the first culprit I need to go and show is Mr. Thomas the Frank Engine. Mr. Thomas the Frank Engine. At least with Pochettino, yes, his ideas may have been way out there, so on and so forth. But at least, he gave us a show, and we were only losing by 1. You, on the other hand, not only are we losing, we're getting clapped, but you're still playing defensive, disgusting terrorism ball. Both offensively, trash. Defensively, trash. In transition, trash. From set plays, trash. This was a disgusting game. And for all my issues I have with Arsenal and this, that, and the other, they deserve to win this game. 5-4, honestly. Oh my goodness. C'est une dinguerie ce match. 4-1 to Mickey Mouse FC. What are we going to say? What can we say in rebuttal? What can we say in rebuke? We've been humbled. We've been spanked. We've been taught a footballing lesson. This was a demonstration of power. Sometimes might does make right. And they showed their might today. Oh, la, 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 la. You're on thin ice, buddy. Hey, Fabelec, hein? Fabelec. And all I'm going to go and say, obviously, you guys know I'm also a PSG fan, and I'm primarily a PSG fan. But all I'm saying, even though going into this game, obviously being a supporter of both teams, I would want to say, of course, I want PSG to go and win because I support them more. But I want, a cheeky a cheeky 2-0 win, maybe 2-1, make it a bit close, but we get the 3 points. Now, if Arsenal is putting 4 past Spurs, buddy, we need to minimum be doing the same. We need to minimum win by 4 goals. If this Arsenal team, who granted, I would say are very good this season, and I would argue probably better than Spurs, but if PSG, with their offensive might, are not putting 4 past Spurs, I cannot celebrate the win. Oh, la. This is one of the, oh my goodness, one of the worst Spurs games I have ever seen. And Lord knows I have seen some absolute stinkers. But this one takes the cake. This is so serious, guys. I've got the iPad out. We're using a different camera angle this time around. Je suis choqué. I am in shock. This game had me so messed up. I played the insanity card. I started laughing at some of the goals we conceded. Last year, towards the end of the season, I started playing the gimmick of, I don't even care about the Premier League anymore. I'm all in the Europa League basket. And in fairness, it paid off. We were absolute whack in the Prem. But hey, at the end of the day, we won a trophy. And we won a European trophy, which Arsenal still haven't done in 30 years, but that's besides the point. But this year, this isn't the Europa League no more. We're in the big boy league, the Champions League. And we're not doing all that great there. Now in the Prem, we're not doing great there either. Oh my. Especially for me, it's that first half. That first half was disgusting from Spurs. In the end here, the overall stats, I'm going to look at Arsenal, 57% possession, 1.88 XG, 17 shots, 8 shots on target, 3 big chances created and 2 big chances missed. Spurs, 3 shots, 2 shots on target. Those 2 shots are the Richarlison wonder goal and a pot shot from Xavi Simons from 20 yards out that did not test Raya whatsoever. In the first half, 0 XG, 0 shots on target, 0 shots in total. What was our XG in the end? 0.07. I remember that game against Chelsea, we had a 0.05, one of the lowest ever recorded in Premier League history. That's not much better. This is embarrassing. This game was embarrassing. Oh. All I gotta say though, in fairness, kudos to Arsenal. Kudos to Arsenal. It pays me to go and say kudos to Mickey Mouse FC. But look, the thing is, they didn't even play. They played well, but they didn't need to get out of second gear. They put belt to arse against Spurs. Oh. I think that's what now in the Prem today, January 15th, September, April. That's 4 games in a row. 4 games in a row. 4 games, 4 goals. Oh my gosh. Oh, la. But in fairness, 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏, man, what a player, man. Hat trick, 3 dribbles, 9.7. Honestly, I actually quite like the guy. But that's all I'm going to talk about talking about Arsenal from us. The thing is, though, today, I don't even think necessarily that there's any one player. It's just the whole team today was poor. The whole team today was whack. The next thing I want to go and talk about are the goals here today. And in fairness, listen, let me start off by saying this. I think that Arsenal deserved to win this game. Honestly, yeah, by 4. I think by 3. I think it's a fair result based on the game. First goal, calamitous defending. The second goal, though, listen, I still think that, especially going into halftime, I think Arsenal were worthy of being 2-0 up. I wholeheartedly agree. However, that second goal should not have stood. And I have the proof. We're going to go through it. We're going to go through it bit by bit. The one thing I can stand on is the fact that that goal should not have stood. So, if we go and we look at the second goal, here we have it. We have 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙎 over here, who shoots the ball. And as we can clearly see, you've got 1, 2, 3 players Arsenal players that are offside. Now, this isn't the best image and you can't see it properly. But if I go back and we go to the next image, from here, you can clearly see that all these players here, they're all offside. Every single one of them, they're offside. The last defender there is Danso, and they are all, if you go and you look, behind, if you draw like an imaginary line there, every single one of them is offside. Okay. Now, go to the next image. You can clearly see from here that both Trossard and Zubimendi are clearly in the line of sight and blocking the line of sight for Vicario. The ball's there, Vicario's there, the two players are there, they're in an offside position, and by the rules of the game, they should be offside. So I don't know how this was not called off for being offside. Wasn't even checked. This is the exact same scenario as the one with City and Liverpool. And in fact, I was so pissed during the game that I went to go look at the rules. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't mind, let's go and have a look at the IFAB rules on the FA's website on the rule for offside. So as we can see here, a player is in an offside position. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. It is not, a player is offside in an offside position for any part of the body or feet of the opponent's half, including the halfway line, blah, 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 as part of the body. Okay. I think it's pretty clear that we saw that this player, the players were offside. Now, the offense. A player is in an offside position at the moment the ball is played or touched by a teammate is only penalized or becoming involved in the active play. And here are some of the things. So interfering with play, etc., so on and so forth, interfering with play by an opponent. But here, the biggest one, interfering with an opponent by preventing an opponent from playing the ball or being able to play the ball by clearly obstructing the opponent's line of vision. Line of vision. Line of vision. This is Law 11 offside of the IFAB laws of the game 2025-2026. So to the person in the comments that can go and show me how this was not offside, enlighten me. No, enlighten me. Enlighten me. Spurs, I would still say, deserve to be 2-0 down at that point. But I'm just saying, that can we at least all agree here that that goal should not have stood? That's all. All right. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, I believe that's basically all that can be said about this game. The game overall, not gonna lie, first half was quite a snooze fest. Not really all that impressive. But again, from Arsenal's perspective, at the end of the day, they won 4-1. They're top of the league. And the scary thing now is that Arsenal have the potential of going 9 points clear of the Premier League if they beat Chelsea next week. Chelsea, for the love of what is good and holy in this world, we cannot let this Mickey Mouse Club go 9 points clear in the league, even though they can still bottle it and probably will bottle it. But Chelsea, you are the only ones that can save football at this point. Please, please go and smack Mickey Mouse FC. That's all I'm asking for. That is all I'm asking for. But from Spurs, shocking. Embarrassing again. Embarrassing. Un embarrassment. Absolutely disgusting, man. But guys, that's about it for today. Thank you guys all for joining the video. Thank you to everybody that was there in the live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys in future live streams. I will be streaming definitely the Champions League games that are coming up this week. There's the Bayern versus Arsenal at the same time as the PSG game, so I'll try to have both games at the same time. And then I believe on Tuesday or Wednesday, either way, Chelsea play Barca. So yeah, it's gonna be a good round. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys very much, and remember, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed.